Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Data Science Gurus, and today we are going to discuss about association rules in machine learning and how you can implement this in real-world data set. Before that, before going to the Python implementation, we will discuss in detail that why we need association rules, in which examples or practical things that where you can actually implement these algorithms and you can take the benefit. Okay, so why do we need association rules? So before discussing that, the first question that comes into your mind is that why you need these machine learning algorithms and why you need association rules. So to discover interesting relationships between items in large dataset helps in identifying patterns, co-occurrences, and associations commonly applied in market-based analysis. Recommendation systems and retail analytics assist businesses in decision-making and targeted marketing. So if, for example, if you're having an online store and you have like 1,000 products or like 500 products, and you want to sell and you want your customer to buy like more products to get more profit from your customers. So in this scenario, like if you take example for Amazon, you can see that when you are scrolling down the page, you actually see that they show you that some of the products in recommendations. So how they actually analyze and how actually they put those products in recommendations for that specific product that you're actually buying. So this is how they actually do the association rules. For example, if you're buying one thing, maybe you could be interested in this another specific product. So if you buy two things, maybe you could be more interested in any third product. So that's how they make association rules in that, and that's how they actually make good profit by selling. You're going to buy one product, and at the end you will be having like 5 products in your cart. So that's how they make the association rules. Okay, so benefits of association rules: helps in product bundling and cross-selling, enhance customer experience through personalized recommendations, uncover hidden patterns in data, improve inventory management and stock prediction. Okay, overview of association rules. We have several association rule algorithms in machine learning algorithms. We have Apriori algorithm, bottom-up, breadth-first search method, generates candidate items and prone non-frequent ones. The second one is FP growth algorithm. It actually gives us avoids a candidate generation by using a compact FP tree. Recursive divide and conquer strategy is being used in FP growth algorithm. And the third one is Eclat algorithm, and it uses the set intersection to calculate support and also uses memory efficient for dense data sets. So we are going to discuss about 3 basic algorithms, which is Apriori, FP growth algorithm, and Eclat algorithm. And then we are going to implement these 3 algorithms in Python and on a data set which is an online data set from an online store, and then we will explore that how these association rule algorithm can benefit us for market based analysis. Okay, so what are the advantages of these algorithms? If we consider the first one, which is Apriori algorithm, the advantages are it is very simple, is customizable, thresholds, you can easily take change the threshold values according to your scenario, according to the number of samples in your data set. The main disadvantage is that it's computationally expensive, redundant rules. The second one is FP growth algorithm. Advantages are it's very efficient, compact representations, the disadvantages include complex memory, intensive for large FP trees. The third one is Eclat algorithm. It basically is very good in memory usage. It's pretty good in memory efficient algorithm. Fast or dense data sets. Disadvantages include non-scalable, computationally expensive for large data sets. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the data set overview that we are going to use, and we are going to implement practically these three algorithms on the real world data set, and then we are going to make the association rules, and then we are going to measure the performance of each algorithm by different performance measuring metrics. So the data set that we are going to use is the online retail data set. You can also find it online, and I will also paste the link in the description so that you can also run it on your system as well. The time period was about from 1/12/2009 to 9/12/2011. The business type is non-store. It's an online retail store. Attributes in the dataset includes the invoice number, the stock code, the description of the product, the quantity, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and the country. Application market basket analysis. It can be used for recommendation systems and inventory management. So now we are going to move towards the Python implementation, and we will discuss the code in detail, that what are the steps that are compulsory for doing these kind of analysis, or to design a recommendation system using these kind of data sets. So before going to the data set, before going to the implementation, I will show you the data set, that how actually it looks like. Okay, so this is the data set. We have two Excel sheets, which is from year 2009 to year 2010, and from year 2010 to year 2011. Okay, so like you can see, we have discussed about this before, that what are the columns that we have inside the data. So first we have invoice, then stock code, then the description of the product, then the quantity, invoice date, the price that we have, and the customer ID, and then we have the country, that how products were actually bought from different countries. And okay, so now we are going to use Python to actually first to pre-process the data set, then we will extract the features, and then we will apply 3 machine learning algorithms to find the association rules in this specific data set. Okay, so before going to the implementation, we can actually look at the data set, like how it what are the attributes. Okay, so the online retail 2 dataset contains all the transactions from UK based and registered based non-store online retail business between 1/12/2009 to 9/12/2011. The company primarily sells unique all occasion giftware. Many customers of the company are wholesalers. Okay, so the attribute information. First we have the invoice number, and then we have the stock code, we have the description of the product, then the quantity, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and the country. So the key highlights includes the time range, which is from this date to 2009 to 2011. Business type is non-store unique retail. Primary products are unique all occasion giftware products. Customer include the wholesalers. So first of all, you're going to install this. You have to install this library using pip install this command, and once it gets installed, then you can proceed to the implementation of it. Okay, then then we are going to load the data by pd.readExcel, and we have this Excel sheet here. So then we are going to load this data. Then we have we want to check that whether it's working or not. So we just printed the first 5 cells or first 5 samples from the pandas data frame using head. Okay, and then we have the retail data.info, which tells us about the data types inside by each column inside the data set. Then we have the shape of the data, that how many rows and columns are there. So we have the 8 columns and 5,25,461 rows in this data. And then based on the data description, we have some cancelled invoices. So we are going to exclude all those invoices or the orders that were cancelled because we don't need them in our data. So we are using we actually see that it has the letter C inside it. So inside the voice column we have this specific letter which is C. So we are going to exclude all those transactions that are cancelled or all those orders which were cancelled. Okay. And then we are going to make another data frame with all of those orders or all of those transactions which are not cancelled. So we named it not cancelled retail data, and then we have printed the first 5 samples from that pandas data frame. Okay, so like you can see, we have excluded all those orders which are cancelled, and now we have 5,15,255 number of rows, and we have 8 columns. And then we are going to explore data by country, that how many from each country, how many transactions we have. Okay, so we have from United Kingdom, we have this number of invoice count and total number of these customers, and so on for the other ones as well. Okay, so now we want to plot that top 10 countries that we are getting, that we got the orders from. So the most of the orders were actually from United Kingdom. Then we have Germany, France, Norway, and other different countries. Okay, so now then we have the values counts in for stock code. We are going to explore these steps are actually inside the exploratory data analysis, where you're going to have the insights of the data, that what are the actual, how many number of samples, and like you are going to explore the data. So this is called exploratory data analysis. Okay, so now we are going to prepare the data set so that we can actually use them to for our association rule algorithms. Okay, so we are going to delete all the null values. Then we are going to make the group by for 2 columns, which are invoice and description. Then we have put them into the transactions inside the transaction. Okay, and then we printed out the transaction, that how actually it looks like. Then we have the Apriori algorithm for association rules. What is the purpose? It is used for mining frequent item sets and generating association rules. Technique used in this algorithm is bottom-up breadth first search. Input, you're going to use you always use transaction data. What are the steps that are involved? It generates the item sets, iteratively combine smaller frequent item sets to create larger ones. The second step is prawn non-frequent item sets, eliminate item sets below the minimum support threshold. Then generate association rules from frequent item sets, derive rules with confidence above the threshold. What are the advantages? It is very simple and easy to use. Then commonly applied in retail, market basket analysis, customizable. You can change the parameters according to your needs, and then you can implement it on your own data set as well. Disadvantages: computationally expensive, generates many candidate item sets leading to high memory and CPU usage. Performance drops with large data sets when the number of items increases. And the third one is redundancy, generates many redundant rules due to exhaustive item generation. Okay, so first we are going to make the association rules. We are going to set the input values. The minimum support value is 0.01. The minimum confidence is 0.20. Minimum lift is 3, and minimum length is 2. Then we are going to, on these rules, we are going to make the list of rules for this. Okay, so these are the input parameters, and then we are going to make the association rules using Apriori algorithm. Okay, so then we have the list of the rules, and we printed that how many they are, and their length of the rules are 286. And after that we input the rule, then antecedent, support, confidence, and lift values. Okay, so like you can see, antecedent is 60K cases vintage Christmas. The consequent is paper chin kit vintage Christmas. So the support value is 0.1023. The confidence value is 0.168, which means that it has 46% of the confidence that if a person buys this product, then he is also going to buy the other product. And the lift, the value of the lift is 14.27, and so on for the other different products. Okay, so if we have the greater the support value and greater the confidence value, then it means that there is a strong chance that if a person buys the first product, then he or she then we have a great chance that he is also going to buy the another product. So that's how we can actually do the product recommendation. If a person is buying, like for example, if a person is buying toothpaste, then there are chances that he's also going to buy the toothbrush as well, and so on for the other different kind of examples. Okay, the second algorithm is FP growth algorithm. What is the purpose? Is efficiently mines frequent item sets and generates association rules, avoid candidate generation. Technique uses a compact frequent pattern tree structure to store dataset transactions, perform a recursive divide and conquer approach to mine patterns directly from the tree. And transaction dataset, minimum support threshold, what are the steps that are involved, build a FP tree from the data, traverse the tree to find frequent item sets, starting the least frequent items, generate association rules from the frequent item sets. Advantages: it's efficient, avoid candidate generation, making it faster than a priori for large data sets, compact representation. FP3 compress the data and it also reduce the memory usage, scalable, works well with large data sets and data set with many unique items. The disadvantage includes the more difficult to implement the a priori, can lead to high memory usage if the FP3 is very large and imbalanced. Performance may drop with sparse data sets and low support thresholds. Okay, so now you're going to import FP growth and association rules, and then you're going to, because we have everything in this data frame transactions, so we have the value of the minimum support is 0.01, and it is also going to use the column names as well. And then we have the rules, association rules according to our transaction. So that's how it looks like. We have incidents in one column, then we have consequence in another column, then we have antecedent support, consequence support, and then we have the support, confidence, and lift values for each of the column, for each of the data samples. Then we have the representativity, the leverage, conviction, and then we have other different kind of performance measuring metrics, checkered, certainty, and other performance measuring metrics. And then we are going to save these rules inside the CSV file using data frame to CSV function. The third algorithm that we have discussed before, and now we are going to implement it on this dataset, is Eclat algorithm. The key details includes like what is the purpose, mines frequent item sets to association rule learning using a vertical dataset format. Technique use interactions of transaction IDs for each item set to calculate support. Work in depth first search manner to find the frequent items. Transaction data sets, it can be used in transaction data. Minimum support threshold, what are the steps that are involved. First, it is going to convert the dataset into vertical format, each item linked to its transaction IDs. Then it calculates the support by intersecting TIDs of the item sets. The third step is generate the large item sets iteratively by interacting TIDs of smaller item sets. The advantages include it's memory efficient, it's speed, fast for the data with many transactions but few unique items. Simple logic, relies on the basic set in intersections. Disadvantages, it's not scalable, you cannot change the parameters inside it. It requires a high computation, and it's less widely used. Fewer libraries and tools support Eclat compared to Apriori Algorithm and FP growth. So first you're going to import it using import function in Python. Then you're going to give it as an input value here. You're going to input the transactions here that we did before. And after that, you're going to use you're going to implement it using different like metrics, performance measuring metrics, and then you can save the CSV file or .txt file in your system in that folder. So like you can also run it. Right now it was taking so much time, so I just cancel it for by generating an interrupt here. But you can run it on your local system. If you have GPU or CPU, then on CPU it will take like some time to process, and if you have GPU, then it will take very less time. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, then you can ask in the comment section, and please also subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.